This is the most amazing wax room I have ever seen. Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So a couple weeks ago, Greg posted some photos of his wax room on Reddit. Just unbelievable. So I messaged him and asked him if I could feature them in a newsletter or in a video. And he said yes, and I asked him some questions to help get some background of it. This is the type of thing I love to do. I love when I see cool collections or unique collections, I want to find out the story of the person behind them. And so I've done that here. And so I'm going to go through this and I will show you some pictures as I go. Now, some of these pictures are kind of generic photos of his wax room. Some of them are more specific about the things that I'm talking about in this interview. So let's jump right in. So again, this person's name is Greg. Greg has been collecting. I asked him, how long have you been collecting? He said, I've been collecting something or other since about 6 years old. I started with gumball helmets, progressed to stamps, Star Wars, football cards, muscle men, WWF figures, and then finally to sports cards in earnest when I was 13 or 14. I asked, what is your favorite sealed item you own? Greg said, it's hard to say. I don't necessarily collect players or teams. If I had to pick, I'd probably say my 1975 Topps Rack Pack that has Robin Yount's rookie card and Nolan Ryan on top. It is case fresh and the colors just pop. It is quite possibly the best 1975 Topps Rack Pack in existence. What is his favorite single that he owns? He says, I can't help but love the artistry of the 1986-87 Fleer Michael Jordan. After that, my favorite cards are not necessarily the most valuable. I love the 1983 Topps traded Darryl Strawberry and the 1978 Topps Eddie Murray. Those are cards that always dazzled me as a kid, and they still do today. I asked Greg to name an item or two that has eluded him, either because of cost or scarcity, and he said, for a long time, I've been unable to secure a 1973 Topps Rack Pack with Mike Schmidt's rookie card on top, and a 1983 Topps Rack Pack with a cardboard header with Tony Gwynn on top. Now, I have taken the liberty of finding these items in some cases where he obviously doesn't have them. I've found links to them and photos of them where they've sold in recent years. Now, Greg continues, the Schmidt is an example of just missing out on the one or two times it's been available over the past 20 years. The Gwynn is a matter of being too late to snipe it off of eBay or unable to convince one of my fellow collectors to sell or trade it to me. The cardboard header versions of 1983 Topps Rack Packs are highly sought after and much less common than the regular plastic header racks from that year. I have several of those with Gwynn on top, and even those with both Gwynn and Boggs on top, and Gwynn and Sandberg on top. And these, those last few I've shown are actually Greg's. So Greg's friend, Brent, built the display cases for him. He said it happened in two phases over 2 years. Brent built them in his workshop in Georgia and transported them over 4 states. Pretty awesome, just amazing, amazing stuff. His friend Brent is a master builder and carpenter and also a big-time collector, so obviously that's the perfect combination. Built storage behind each display case. He also had the Rack Pack cases are custom built for Rack Packs. Pretty spectacular. He's been accumulating this collection for 20 years. He's 49 years old. He has done a few collection buys, but he said by and large, most of the items were purchased one at a time over the years. He calls it complete, but then he says it's never truly complete because collectors always find something to collect, which is 100% true. I'm constantly thinking of new things I want to collect, which at some points frustrating, but also fun, because I can buy like Diamond King's autographs. I can buy 5 or 6 a year and continue searching for those while also doing other things. I think I'd get bored if I had one specific collection. He has no more wall space, which is really interesting. He says he has to make do with what's on the walls better. He packages items together to sell them to get a better item in their place. I want to encourage you to pause, zoom in. If you're on your phone, zoom in, look over these things. Some of these things are amazing. Like, he has a 1983 Topps rack pack with 2 Wade Boggs rookie cards on the front. He says that is a one of one, and I believe it. One of them is upside down. You can see it here. I zoomed in. There's one of the most, just one section in one image has so many iconic early 80s rookie cards. Amazing. He does have a Steph Curry rookie card in there. It's the only modern card that gets on his wall. Only, I guess, yeah. I don't think anything beyond the 80s is in there. So pretty cool. Steph Curry deserves it, I guess. I would love to have a Steph Curry rookie card. I almost bought one last week, and I forgot to snipe it. It was a beautiful PSA 2, just a stunner of a PSA 2 Steph Curry rookie card, and it sold for well under what his other cards sell for. Greg says that building this room was the best investment in cards he has ever made. He says, no price can be put on how much more enjoyable collecting has become when it can be displayed and you can be immersed in it. Yeah, I imagine. I cannot wait to have my own collecting room, my own office, instead of this just tiny corner of our basement. Hopefully that's a 2025 addition for me. Not addition to the house, but something I am able to do in 2025. He says his most unique or valuable item in his collection is the 1971 Topps rack pack, Pete Rose, Ted Simmons on top. He also has a 1975 Topps rack pack with a Robin Yount rookie and a Nolan Ryan on top. And he has a Garbage Pail Kids Series 1 unopened box. Pretty amazing collection, Greg. I love looking at it. I don't collect wax really, but it's so cool. I kind of want to. He has some wax that he sets aside ready to rip when he gets the urge, but he says that it gets easier over time to not rip, as you can imagine, I guess. I think that the rack packs where you can see specific players on the front are so cool. Man. Like, I have an 87 Topps with Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire. I don't remember now. I've got a couple of them. Maybe it's one of each. It's just I guess the fact that I can't even remember probably tells me that it's not that important to me and I shouldn't go collect them. I'll use that. All right, guys, let me know in comments what you think about Greg's amazing wax room. I couldn't believe it. It's amazing. I will be back. I don't know if I'll have a video tomorrow, Saturday, because I'll be gone all day long. Going to a card shop, I should say, Dawn Sports Card Center in Portland, Maine. Going out to see Nosferatu with friends and getting lunch. And but then I'll be back with a clearing the bases Sunday morning. I'll probably do a card shop video Monday if I'm able to. And I have a 5-day weekend. I'm going to the Celtics on Tuesday with my family, their first Celtics game. So I'm super excited. That's it for today. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon.